Hello again. This is part 2 of the Wersi Helios demonstration I've been doing, a very informal sort of look around the Helios organ. Right, if you've not seen part 1, it's probably best to have a look at that, to click somewhere on the screen and you'll see it, and watch that, because everything's in order. Right, I've spoken about the piano section. Let's have a look at these drawbars down here. These are the percussion drawbars, and these range from 16 right down to 2 1/3. No, sorry, 2/3 actually, because they go past the 1 foot. You've got 11 drawbars on these organs, more than most organs. They normally only go down to 9. No, actually 9 drawbars. Anyway, they give this nice jazzy effect, and it sounds like this. Let's pull out a bit of 4 and a bit of 2. Let's pull out some of these higher pitched ones and see what they sound like. Just a bit of 16 and 8 on the upper manual drawbar. Anyway, so on, so on. Moving along, on here we have the pedal presets, the pedal fixed stops. On here we have a choice of bass guitar, which can be volume controlled there from a volume drawbar. We have trumpet, tuba and string bass. I don't know if you can hear them very well on the video. They're very deep. That's the trumpet. You can pass those through the Wersi voice as well if you wish. Let's have a listen to that bass guitar. Anyway, you've also got 5 bass drawbars, and they range from 16 down to 1 foot. That's the 1 foot drawbar. Don't use those very often. Moving along from that, the bass section, you've already seen the vibrato section. I explained that in the special effects. We'll talk about the sound computer, a little bit about that. Now, the sound computer is a registration memory, like on most organs, but it's probably the earliest registration memory on an electronic organ I've ever heard of anyway. And basically what you have to do, you set your sounds on the organ the way you want them, all your switches. Say you want a mixture of piano and strings, for example, and you store them into one button by means of turning a key on the underside of the organ, so everything flashes. And then you hold down 2 buttons, the button you want to store the sound into and the hand registering button, and you'll hear a massive pop, and the sound will hopefully be in there the way you set it up. So that's quite a useful feature. You've got 32 of those, and you can double up the memory boards in the back to get 64. And the idea is you buy more memory boards and store more sounds, and so on and so on and so on. Right, finally we're going to have a talk about this rhythm section. This is the section that we had to replace the chip which exploded on one of the boards, which was stopping the snare working, causing an earthing problem, God knows what. Anyway, this is the Wersimatic 2. This is your drum unit. It's a real old-fashioned vintage drum unit, this. And it's got various instruments you can delete as you want, snares and congas and claves and various things. Let's have a listen to this rhythm unit. And you can add automatic chords just for a bit of fun. These are a bit out of tune. I think what you have to do is select one of the black buttons. You hear that? And you can also introduce a drum break to do a solo. Of course you have to introduce it to bar before you actually want it to sound. And you've got the snare roll. There's various other sort of things you can do. You can mix and match as many well, 2 or 3 rhythms together if you want to get cha-chas and bossas together, or there's 1 or 2 rhythms depending on what configuration you use, where if you press 2 together and you press one of these other buttons, you can get them to alternate, so it'll play a bar of a samba and then a bar of a cha-cha, and then it'll alternate all the way through the tune. So that's basically the rhythm unit, and I think that kind of covers most of the tour of the Helios, really. Thank you everybody for watching the video, those that have been interested, and those of you who've got Helios, as I'm hoping it's been a bit of a help to you maybe in showing you around it, and 1 or 2 others. I mean, it's an unusual organ, as I've already said. They were kit built, and there weren't many instructions available. You were kind of left to it a lot. So I'm just going to play out, and thank you once again to all my friends and all those organ fans out there. Hope to see you again soon with some new videos.